Hello friends, how are you all? Hope you are doing great at various aspects of your lives. Welcome to another book review podcast by Team ThinkerViews. Do you think that size does matter? Proverb applies to books as well? Well, my personal thoughts are it does matter if it is not the only attribute of the book you have to look for. If you have a gripping story to tell, and more importantly, you know how to tell it, the reader will surely enjoy it. I will put in the links to some of the short stories or short ebooks we have reviewed so far in both text and audio format. When short stories are put together in a collection, the package becomes more interesting. Considering the stories are interesting, I will share a link of some of the short story collections which we got a chance to read and review in the description below. Adding to the list today, I am going to share my unbiased views and reviews for Amavas, a short story collection by V Raman. This short ebook contains two interesting stories, Amavas and Gulshan Pandey. Now, let us take a look at the cover page of this book. As you can see in the podcast cover, the cover page is black and white and follows the minimalistic approach. Actually, it reflects the title Amavas, the no moon night. So you can consider it relevant to the book title and content. I could have written off the cover page, but the reflection of a street with street lamps makes it a little more interesting. However, it fails to create a very strong impression. Cover plays a very important role in influencing people to make purchase decisions. And needless to say that this cover page does it moderately. It would be challenging to talk about the stories and avoid all the spoilers. When reviewing short stories, it always remains a challenge. As when taking even a bird's eye view to the plot, we need to reveal at least some part of it, and the short stories themselves are short. Anyway, let us try to have a spoiler-free review, but please listen to the podcast ahead with the consent that some of them are inevitable and might be there. This story belongs to a couple. The male protagonist was a commando and is retired now. His wife also has served in the army. Actually, they met at the border of India and Bangladesh, and they are blessed with a beautiful girl. So, we can say that they are living a happy family life. Since last few months, the city was under a threat. Actually, last few Amavas nights proved to be fatal for one of the citizens. There happened a murder on the specific day, actually night. Today is also the same day, and thus the TV channels are shouting about it. It makes the male protagonist angry. Actually, none of the parents would let such news take over soft brains of their child, right? Who is the serial killer and why is he doing what he does? And will this family be affected by these incidents anyway? Well, you need to read the story to get all your answers. And that is all we can say about the short story Amavas. And now let us move our focus to another short story in the book, Gulshan Pandey. An author is famous for his writings. One fine day when he and his sister had their mischievous family time, his sister brought his attention to an advertisement. The advertisement was really interesting. It offers experience in jail by paying only rupees 500. Now, actually none of us want to do that, right? I mean, who wants to experience the jail? Well, our protagonist wanted it since long. He tried, but he was told that he can experience a jail by staying there only if he commits a crime, which he doesn't want to do. Thank God he is not completely out of his mind. Actually, He thought staying in the jail for a day will let him experience the feelings of a prisoner, and it can help him in his future books. He can write the jail scenes and the psyche of various people associated with it quite authentically in that case. Do you think it is a good idea? What do you think he will experience when he pays the visit to the place mentioned in the advertisement? Well, again, you need to read the story to get all your answers. Actually, this is the very first work by Mr. V Raman that any of our team members got a chance to read. We were curious to read his thrillers also since a very long, but maybe sometime in the future we will get a chance to share our views on those. Both the stories are very small. Actually, the total book length is 33 pages including the cover and title pages. And there are pages devoted to information about the other books by the author, so you can understand the length of each of the stories. They are short as said, but they are interestingly gripping. It is quite possible that you successfully guess the suspense before reaching to the end of the story for both of the stories, but the crisp writing keeps you hooked throughout. The character names are interesting, and more importantly, the characters are developed pretty effectively. None of the characters in any of the story is weak. Actually, writing a short story is like walking on a tightrope. While you cannot go into much detail and cannot take time in building the setup, and at the same time, the reader should not feel that he is thrown into something without proper explanation. V Raman works brilliantly on the rope is all we can say. The author got the period of Amavas quite wrong. Though there are 2 fortnights in the month, there comes only one Amavas in a month. One fortnight ends with no moon night and the other with the full moon night. So there cannot be 2 Amavas in a month anyway. The book is quite costly. However, it was available to read for free on Amazon Prime at the time we got a chance to read it there. Well, I am going to share external link to the author's official website. The good news is when I got a chance to read the book, both the stories were available to read for free on that particular link, and I sincerely hope that when you got a chance to follow the link, the stories would be available there as well. However, we cannot guarantee that. So if you are able to read it for free, then the only cost you pay, which is the most important part, is your time. And if you love reading thrillers, you will surely consider it as the nice use of your time. In summary, it is a pricey, short, thrilling ebook, unless of course you get a chance to read it for free as mentioned earlier. A good choice when you are looking for half an hour read. ThinkerViews rating would be around 7.5 stars out of 10.